Welcome to Life Coaching Access, your daily access with professional certified life coaches brought to you by Life Coach Philippines. Life Coach Philippines is our community of professional life coaches certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, a bona fide institute for mental health that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. Life Coaching Access is our service to the community, and we aim to help individuals experience the process of transformation through the platform of life coaching. So if you want to know more about our international coaching classes and services, please connect with me through 0917-586-1661 for assistance. So I am Coach Rezzhel for When I Meet You, Untold Stories of Purposeful Living. Your access with me is every Wednesday at 10 a.m. So for my segment today, I will be sharing God saw that it was good. Please tag your friends in the comment below and invite them to join our conversation. You may also share this Facebook Live to your timeline and Facebook groups and pages so that we can reach more people and help transform lives. So again, I am Coach Rezzhel, a professional certified life coach with coaching focus on purpose and calling. So if you are that person who needs a coach or who needs to go through a process of healing, for that healing is much needed for you to be able to pursue your calling or to see your purpose, to have clarity with it. Please let me know. I am here to support, to facilitate the process for you. I am a certified life coach by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs based in Dallas, Texas, USA. So if you are one person who is also interested in becoming a life coach, this like life coaching is something that echoes in you, but you have questions about it, or if you can check out our page at Life Coach Philippines, if that is something that you also want to do within yourself or to the people in your space, let me know. We have an upcoming life coach certification class on November 21 and 28. I'll be more than happy to assist you for any questions or for any discovery process that you might be needing. Let me know by sending us a message at Life Coach Philippines or at our number at 0917-586-1661. I am also the operations manager of Decaf Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines, offering 24 by 7 coaching services on demand. So if you are that person, or if you know people in your space that are badly needing some help right now, you can send them here at Decaf Coffee Republic. So we are open at 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And everyone that is in here, all the coaches on floor are trained, equipped to be able to be of help in this time of uncertainty. So if you know someone or if you are that person, don't hesitate. We are prepared. We are looking forward to meet you on floor here at Decaf Coffee Republic. And if that would be something that is challenging to you to come on floor here at DCAP, you can send us a message at 0917-586-1661. We can be able to also assist you virtually. So we make sure that help is available in these challenging times. So we have different channels that you can be connected with. Please feel free to reach out for help is available. We also support you, no, in this time. If you like, if you are someone who is planning to get healthy with your diet, we have vegan meals here at DCAP. So you can simply message us. We do delivery as well. And if you just want to warm your heart or celebrate your win, do let us know. We have some coffee treats, sweet cakes and pastries here at the Cup Coffee Republic. So we make sure that we can support you not just wholeheartedly, but also your whole being. So as we exist, then do feel free to reach out for whatever help you will need, might be physically, spiritually, or emotionally. Let us know. We are ready for that. Okay, so let's begin. When I meet you, untold stories of purposeful living. So this segment is focused on my journey towards self encounter, my own self encounter, and of course, the untold stories of purposeful living. Meaning to say, once you are able to encounter with clarity what your purpose is, or if you are in the season of seeking it, the reason of your existence, then this is the focus of my segment within the month of October. So this is the fourth segment or the last episode for my theme for the month of October. So what will happen when so that's who you think you are in the superficial level, meaning to say you aren't able to go through a form of reflection yet. So this is the phase wherein you're just taking everything in, like without processing if it's truly you. So what will happen to that when you finally meet you? So the version of who you really are. So that version where you can reflect your responses, behavior, decision as a person. So this is when you go through series of self encounters, so different processes that brought you to a realization that this is who you really are by weakness, by strength. You have finally come to a point of processing things that the world throws on you, and now finally you have a say if you're taking it as a yes or a no. So this is also a discussion when purpose becomes so close. So would you embrace it, accept it with all your heart? Would you stay committed if you are able, or if you said yes to your purpose? Would you stay committed even if toughest times are already ahead or you are currently experiencing? So will you stay committed to that purpose? So this is also a discussion wherein um, you are able to meet or finally realize the reason of your existence as a person. So when I meet you and told stories of purposeful living this morning, I will be sharing one of the most familiar transition of every human being in his or her search towards meaning, calling, and purpose. So let me just share with you the past three episodes that we went through together, or for those who are just coming in for today, allow me to introduce to you where the journey all began before we proceed with our main topic for today, entitled God Saw That It Was Good. Okay, so the first episode was focused on there was emptiness, no? So there was emptiness. We discussed about what if emptiness isn't a bad thing after all. This is also like you also discuss about what if the feeling of emptiness was just a signal or a message to us to guide us along this life? So, what if those emotions were actually designed to help guide us to a full and satisfying life? So, what if, so mga tanong lang po, no? For you to be able to really reflect your stand as a person as well when it comes to that emotion of feeling being empty. So what if those emotions were actually built in us by God, so we have a gauge, no, to our journey if what we're doing is indeed aligned to our very design, or to our original design. So it's like shaping, no, I have here an illustration, shaping a clay into a pot. It is in the emptiness inside the pot that holds whatever we want. So the usefulness of the pot lies in its emptiness. We are like empty pots, no? There are moments of our life of our lives when we feel empty. So we are like that empty pots. We are just waiting to be filled again. So the only question, what if emptiness were actually a sign that we need to be filled? What will you fill your soul with? So the question when you feel empty is really, what will you fill your soul with in times of emptiness? Is a very crucial question and a crucial answer as well that you need to go through as part of your process as a person. So the next episode we also discussed there was light. So this is focused on the concept of light, no? So Earth has been bathed with light from the sun ever since. So it is our most important source of energy. So living in the light, when we look at it in the perspective of self-encounter, or when you start to seek your purpose, or if you find that purpose already. So, living in the light is a comprehensive map to growth, fulfillment, and consciousness from self encounter. So, living in the light has given literally millions of people clear and gentle guidance to create a new way of life, the kind of life they want to live and fight for. So, it is a guiding force towards purposeful living. So, with the light, no, there was light. So it's really more of whatever confusion you are feeling, or doubts, or whatever is not clear in your end. When light will come, you will have that encounter. No, kung sa sarili pa yan, you will have a self encounter. So you will be able, like, you will know within yourself what brings you joy, what pains you. You will also encounter good and the evil that is inside you. So through self encounter, so light is a form of self encounter within, no? So it's a process of revelation of your design. So it's that moment when you are able to encounter who you really are. So your revelation of your design, of who you really are. So once you are able to encounter yourself, we can say that during the self encounter process, you will embrace it, no? So self encounter will not happen if you are still in the state of denial, or something that you are not agreeable yet. So we call it something else. But when there is a self encounter process going on within you, once you are able to encounter yourself, then in spite of what you are seeing in there, the bad, the good, the weaknesses, the strength, the pain, the joy, the evil, and the good stuff, by the end of the day, you will be, or you will come at that point wherein you will have no desire to be anyone else, because you are able to embrace, you are able to accept yourself in spite and despite, and you become a friend of who you are. So that's how I have encountered the self encounter process when it comes to bringing in the light that I much needed for me to be able to pursue my purpose in life. Then we also discussed about the role of separation during my third episode. So just to give you a brief background, no, kasi hindi ko pala to na-share kanina. Lahat ng reflection or my sharing, I was able to get from Genesis chapter 1, because of that belief in my heart that for you to be able to really know the creation, which is you, no, and the creation is you, and everything inside of you that you are able to encounter, to experience, and those things na blind spots pa ngayon, but eventually you will also encounter as you go through life. So everything of this from episode 1 until my episode today, I was able to reflect from Genesis chapter 1. Again, because of that belief that for me to be able to encounter the creation that is inside of me is for me to know who my creator is, or my creation points me back to my creator. And for me to be able to truly know my design as a creation, as one of his creation, as one of his creations, is for me to reflect on the creator who made me and the space that I am in today, right? So that is actually the background of my sharing all throughout this month of October. So there is like the role of separation that I was able to reflect on. So this is in the part of Genesis where we're in. um this is the first few verses there when it talks about God separated the light from the darkness. So this is where God separated everything in his creation, and then also in creation of man. No, so I will just be sharing some verses with you where I, just to highlight the role of separation in this talk. When when you start to read the few verses in Genesis, the theme separation is actually repeated, no, throughout in the account of creation. So God separated the light from the darkness. So there's also God separated the waters above from the waters below. There's also that God separated the waters under the heavens and the dry land. And then there's also God separated day from night by creating the stars. You can even say God made another act of separation when he called everything he has made very good only after he made man, which in turn gives mankind a distinct status that it is higher than every other creature he had made. So with this, no, so only by that time when he created man, no, only by that time God was able to declare that everything he has made was very good. So, role of separation is actually a process wherein you will start to be set apart for a certain mission in the whole picture of human existence. So, when you start to discover and pursue your calling, there will be a process of separation from your old ways, old habits, old mindsets. So, you will be set apart to do your purpose or calling or mission or however you will be calling it in your end. As long as you receive in your heart that you are bound to do something unique, something so special that you only receive in your heart, that whatever will happen, you will pursue it, whatever it takes. So that moment when you realize it, or even if you are still in the process of in a journey of discovering it, that moment, at that point, the process will start to set you apart for that mission to be accomplished. And when that happens, there will be a separation, no? The role of separation in your life will start to take place. It's not an easy thing, it's not a walk in the park moment when you discover it, but it's good that it's great actually to finally arrive at that moment to know what your purpose is, or the reason of your existence, or the mission that you want to do while you are here on earth, compared to still being confused and still doubting and still lost in the whole process. But if ever you are in that space, then that is a very good point, no, that is a very good starting point to really connect with yourself. And if there's too many blind spots or blockages that you are encountering in the process, you can always reach out to a professional certified life coach. We are equipped to facilitate the process for you, so you will be able to receive and encounter that clarity. But if you are in clarity right now, then the role of separation will assure you to really pursue what you are able to receive in your heart with all your strength and with all your might. And if you are inconsistently doing that and your life is in suffering because of that this decision or responses, then a professional certified life coach can also facilitate know whatever is blocking you or challenging you, even if you already know it in your heart and you still aren't able to respond to it appropriately or consistently, then there is something that we need to talk about so it will usher you to a point of strengthening, to a point of giving you that courage or to give you that for you to be able to resolve in your heart to show up consistently for your calling, for your purpose, for your mission. Okay, so that's the third episode, role of separation. So for today, so God saw that it was good. So this is the declaration of God after he was able to create man. Um, to proceed with our discussion for today, I will just be sharing some verses where which is the point of my reflection and the point of my sharing this morning. So then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, to rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, over the livestock and over all the earth itself and every creature that crawls upon it." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female, he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, and every creature that crawls upon the earth." Then God said, "Behold, I have given you every seed bearing plant on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit contains seed. They will be yours for food. And every beast of the earth, and every bird of the air, and every creature that crawls upon the earth, everything that has breath of life in it, I have given every green plant for food." And it was so. And God looked upon all that he had made, and indeed it was very good. And God saw again everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. I cannot emphasize, and I want to emphasize some more. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. So God makes creation, and what is created was intended by God, and it has a purpose, it has a meaning. It's here because God wants it to be here. Meaning to say, in the beginning of this all, it has a meaning, it has a purpose. So, with that, even us, no, as part of His creation, all the more that there is a thing that is being set apart for us to do. So, I am God's very good idea. So, Genesis tells us that humans were created with a purpose. No, so that's very clear. Not just to be unique, but set apart. So when God says He will make humans in His image, He has a purpose in mind. So they are going to, mentioned dun sa Genesis, rule and reign and to be fruitful. So this ruling, reigning, and fruitfulness reflects the image of God. So we are the creation, right? We have that original design, which is the reflection of God Himself. So when He said we are to subdue the earth, to rule and reign, and to be fruitful. So that's the reflection of the image of God. So humans are not just placed in the garden or what we call the earth. We're not just placed here, but now we are also called to really tend the garden, or like tend the earth. We were placed in this earth or in whatever space that you are currently in right now to take care of that space, to advance the space to something that reflects life. No, so our ruling and reigning and being fruitful is a call to advance the creation. So the creation, which is the space or the earth or the community that we are currently in. But the other point of reflection for that is you, the creation that is you. So that's why self encounter process is a profound process of encountering the creation that is within you. Again, in my previous sharing, no, this process is a channel for you to encounter the original design, because once you are able to encounter that original design and you are aware of it and experience it, then all the more you can overflow, and that design you can bring to the world and serve the world and the people who are muchly needing the kind of service that you can only do, so they as well can realize what they are here for. So our ruling and reigning and being fruitful will actually start in us, within us. um, with all the things that is happening right now, the challenges externally, and how we are also connecting as a person with our personal challenges as well, you know. Self, I mean, during that process of self encounter, we that is a much needed process, because somehow along the way we have lost that identity, that picture, or that experience of what original design is. Perhaps because of growing up, um, your experiences as a person growing up, how you were raised up. So, whatever that factor affecting you to forget, or to be in doubt, or to be confused, or to be just disconnected with who you really are and your original design, no? Self encounter process will help you, encounter that original design again, so you can connect back to who you really are, so you will be able to live a fulfilled life, and as you fulfill your mission as a person. So the whole process of forgetting, or being confused, or even doubting who you are or your original design, this is actually more of a process that is so subtle, but it's happening from time to time. So there is like God who gives us the provision of what is good and not good. But when we reject it, and if we hand over our original design, our true nature to other things like control or over our lives, no? When we start to um, get it from like money, power, sex, success, and other people. So when we start to hand over that control to other things, other the way you are designed as a person, so when you start to embrace, no, things that matters to you other than how God like provide the provision for us to know what is good and what is not good, then we start to go through a process of deterioration, or we start to be disconnected to who we really are. It's so subtle na hindi mo nga siya mamamalayan eh. But you just don't wake up one day and feel so lost. It is like a subtle process until you hit that moment. In the whole idea of self encounter is to get you back in the flow, and to allow you to process things back to who you are, your design, your original design as a person. So, without going through the process of understanding who you really are, your original design, then the things that we give power to define who we really are. So whether it's physical or not, we it will be robbed or it will rob us of our true nature, and we end up chasing the wrong things and doing things that doesn't matter to us anymore. So we lose grip all the more of our identity, and all the more we grasp for our breath of life, joy, and meaning. And then the cycle goes on. So for us to be able to rule over, as part of God's creation. So for us to be able to rule over self-limiting beliefs, to reign over old habits or habits that are no longer serving us as a person, or self-sabotaging decisions, and and finally be fruitful, is really knowing your purpose, the reason of your existence, knowing who you really are, what you are here for, knowing your visions, your goals, your timeline will empower you to live a fulfilled and meaningful life, a life that is designed for you. So, for this morning, I will also be sharing some questions, that you can start to reflect on. This is to jumpstart, not to for you to be able to think, to reflect, and to go back to the flow, and to start pursuing the things that matters to you as a person, or shall we say the very design that God created you, or your original design. So again, the whole idea of this is because this is the way God sees you. You are indeed a very good idea. You are God's very good idea. So if that is no longer your state, then it's a good time to really start reflecting. And if you still think that you are a very good idea, then it's time to execute that. It's time to implement that and make people feel in your community that you are indeed God's very good idea here on earth, or in your space that you're currently in, or in your community. Okay, so let's start. So this is again the very familiar. I've been sharing this worksheet for the past 4 episodes. So this is the Ikigai worksheet. So this is a wonderful Japanese concept that essentially means a reason for being. So it's made from two Japanese words, iki meaning life and kai meaning effect, result, or worth or benefit. So combine the two words, a reason for living. So it's the idea of seeking your purpose in everything that you do in life. So if you will notice, there is the union point, of four fundamental components, which is life, which is passion, profession, vocation, and mission. So, passion actually is something that you are willing to suffer for just to achieve it. So, that's passion. So, if you are passionate of something, you must be willing to suffer for it so you will achieve that or experience the fulfillment of that passion. Profession is a paid occupation, especially one that involves prolonged training and a formal qualification. So this most happens in the corporate setup. Vocation is one's response to a call from beyond oneself to one's strengths and gifts to make the world a better place through service, creativity, and leadership. So a call from beyond oneself. So meaning to say, the concept of vocation rests on the belief that life is about more than you. A personal mission, if you see that, is who you are as a person and identifies your purpose. So in that part there where you can see the interconnection of what you love and what does the world need. So we can reflect more of that in a little while. So it reflects how you aim to pursue that purpose and why it matters much to you. Okay, so To proceed, 8 steps that matters. I will be sharing with you 8 reflective questions or statement, so you can begin um, to think for yourself what really matters to you as a person. So this is part of the whole process of self encounter. This is to assist, to facilitate you to jumpstart the whole process of self encounter. So the first one would be, what am I good at? So if you have your pen and paper ready, you have your phone there, or if you have a time to pause and reflect on the question real time, to our dear viewers and fellow coaches, you can also share in the comment. And again, maraming salamat for giving me your time this morning. So I'm looking forward to read your thoughts after my talk today. So what am I good at? So reflect on your skills and strengths, no, as part of the first step. So, a skill is the ability to perform an action with determined results, often within a given amount of time, energy, or both. So, example of skills like active listening, communication, computer skills, customer service, interpersonal skills, leadership, management skills, problem solving skills. So, what am I good at? Reflect on your skills right now, your ability to perform an action, no? Again, in a specific amount of time or an energy or both, no? So reflect right now the skills that you have as a person. And then you reflect as well on your strengths. So the first part, as part of your what am I good at, you can share the list of your skills. So you can share it to the community. So at least alam no ng mga tao na yun yung skills mo. Or you can finally like declare it that yun talaga yung skills mo, kasi sometimes dinadoubt pa natin kung yun talaga yun. But at this moment, this is about your skills and what you think. This is not about your doubt as a person. But right now, at least at this very moment in time, we are talking about your skills. What you think are your skills. Your strengths, please also share it with me. So, strengths are like actions you can do well. So, this includes knowledge, proficiency, skills, and talents. So, examples of strengths would be ability to learn from mistakes. No, that's a good strength. Kasi pag nagkakamali, medyo challenging matuto, no? Kasi dadaan pa tayo sa self-beating before ka matututo. So kung ikaw ay your character is more of you learn from your mistakes agad-agad, and then you don't take it so hard to yourself. It's just really about the learning. Then you have that kind of strength, or you have creative thinking, or you can do task prioritization. Ito, mahirap to yung task prioritization pag sobrang dami na. But that is the kind of strength that you have. That's a great strength. No, so discipline is also a kind of strength. Self-discipline, also determination, also analytical thinking or communication is also another strength. Dedication into a cause is also a strength. And then enthusiasm, no, if you have that when the rest of the group is not so enthusiastic, but you are that person who always like display enthusiasm into like a project or something that you want to do together. So that's a strength, or interpersonal kind of strength, or even yung pagiging respectful, no, is also a strength. So however you want to define it, take this time to reflect on your strength as a person, and also give yourself the permission to accept that it is your strength. Like no in betweens, no doubts, no nothing. Just you accepting that that's your skills and that's your strength. Okay, so step two, we have here what I love. So you can list down your interests, no, that you think you can be able to create, you can be able to build, or you can be able to do. So it's actually the kind of work that you love to do every day. So this is not about title or money or position. Yeah, that is not about it. So what you love is something that you want to create, to build, or to do just because you love creating it, you love building it, you love doing it. So, what is that? What is that something that you want to create, you want to build, or you want to do that you love to create, you love to build, you love to do? No? So, nasa isip mo to pagising mo sa umaga, love mo siyang gawin. No? Even if it's not part of something that you are getting payment from, but it's good if you are getting paid while doing it, no? So that's something that we want to also achieve. You are doing, you are creating, you are building something that you love at the same time you are paid for. So wherever you are, no, please share it with me right now. And we have here step 3, finding your passion. So look through step 1 and step 2. So the answers under step 1, what you're good at, and then the answers sa step 2 mo, what you love to do, to create, to build. So with the worksheet, you can be able to actually uh, check, no, yung step 1 at step 2 answer mo. So if you can find something in there overlapping or connected, that will allow you to identify your passion. So your passion can be your skill plus your interest. So your answer in step 1 and your answer in step 2, pag may nakita kang nag-overlap or connected, then that is in a form like you can say or reflect on, no, more of it, if that is indeed your passion. So that is one of, I mean, that is one of the things that you can go through, so you can process yourself and see what you are passionate about. So like for example, if you are into writing, which is something that you're good at, and then you love to like write, I mean, you're into writing, then something that you love, for example, building or creating modules, and and poetry is your subject, like you are also interested in poetry. So writing poetry can become your passion. So something like that, your answer at step 1 and step 2, if you can find something in there overlapping or connecting, then you can highlight that and focus more if indeed that is your passion. Okay, so the next step would be, what does the world need? So please take time to answer step 4. What does the world need right now, as you will reflect? Okay, if not the world, then in your community or to the space that you are currently in right now, reflect around. What does your space right now is needing? No, in your space at home or in your community. Then if you can, then you can also figure out the rest of the world. So, what does the world need? So, again, instead of focusing on a larger than life concept, focus on a focus on small changes that you can contribute to your local community or your organization. So, what does the world need? Then we have here step 5, your mission. So mission, you can look through so this is your purpose or what you want to pursue in life. So for you to be able to find that, you can also check on your answer to step 2, what you love creating, what you love building, and what you love to do. And then you can check on your step 4 answer. What does the world need? So if there is a connective area there, then that will allow you to give back to your local communities. So that will become your mission as a person. So that's your interest or what you love to do, plus what the world needs right now, or your space, like in your household or in your community. Then once there is an overlapping answer there or connecting answer there, then you can create your mission as a person from that point. All right. So we have here step six. I get paid too. So in this part, you can list down your source of income or what you can do to get paid. So you can reflect on your job right now, or if there's something else that you want to do where you can also get paid. Then step six, under step six, this is where you can list everything that that's actually your source of income right now, or you are seeing that will become the source of your income. Okay, so the next step will be vocation. So you can figure out um, step seven, um, the vocation part. So this is like going beyond oneself. You always believe that life, living one's life goes beyond who you are, or what you can do to yourself. It's actually more of what you can do to other people. So you can refer to step four. So whatever your answer at step four, what does the world need? Then and step six, so what you're getting paid from, no, this can help you identify a vocation that allows you to earn and give back to society at the same time. So the need of the society plus getting paid. So if that is something that you want to reflect on, that will help you usher to get to the point of knowing what the world needs, and also the source of your income right now. So this is again in the context of you giving back, monetarily to monetarily, um, with your money, the financial help to the world. So if that is your context, then this is actually a very good reflection. So whatever you answer at step four plus your step six, then that's where you can be able to identify what kind of vocation that allows you to earn again and to give back to the society. And then we have here step eight, which is your profession. So this is for you to be able to identify, look, this part, the profession part of what you're currently doing. Um, you can look at your skills listed in step one, what you are good at, and then plus the step plus the one in step six. I get paid too. So this will allow you to reflect on your skills and how you can get paid, which is in step six. So skill and getting paid, so that will help you identify what kind of profession you will you want to pursue as well as a person. So once you've completed the steps above, combine the passion, mission plus vocation and profession, you have a rough idea of what your ideal path might look like or be as a person. So this is like more of a jump start for you to be able to reflect on what matters to you as a person. Now, the execution or the application part, or how, if there are blockages, or if you have encountered things that are not clear to you, or you get confused along the way, then do reach out. No, you can message me at 0917-586-1661. I also have a page, Coach Rezzhel. So that's my Facebook page or my community Facebook group, Joyful Me. coaching community. So do reach out. We can take time to really sit down and process from here. This is more of to introduce again questions that matters so you can be able to start thinking with the kind of path that you want to pursue. Now, if you are that person and after going through this, it's already clear to you, and if you are still having difficulties of showing up for what you are able to receive as your mission or your purpose in life, then please connect with me as well so we can be able, I can help you process it. So it becomes clear to you what's the blockage, or if there is a blind spot, you can be able to be aware of it and manage it. By the end of the day, it's really more of allowing you to see what you want to pursue in life. And if you're that person, or you who you I mean if you are that person na na-encounter mo na yung mission mo, your calling mo, yung purpose mo, then what's keeping you in there, right? So it's time to really execute consistently. Sabi nga yan sa coaching, it's not just about showing up, but really showing up consistently. Okay, so if you have questions in these 8 steps that matters, feel free to connect with me so we can take it from there. All right, so to wrap it up, um, do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you will be able to test and approve that God's will, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. So, which is your original design as a person, which is your unique calling, which is what you are set apart to do in this earth. So, meaning to say, once you go through a process of self encounter, there will be a transformation. There will be an encounter of how you are thinking versus how what is the world expecting from you, and your original design as a person. So through transformation, again, the toolkit, the Ikigai worksheet toolkit, or the toolkits now that we are able to answer, the toolkit that we're able to answer earlier, these things by the end of the day are are channels of help. This is not like for you to, I mean, this is not a sign of approval, that that's the thing. Like, that's toolkits will allow us to encounter who we are. Now, it's not the final seal, because by the end of the day, that encounter and how you are able to connect with the Creator will still have that final seal. What is good? What is that very good? So, as you go through the process of self encounter, which the toolkit will help you see where you are currently at. That's why toolkits are very important when it comes to coaching. That is one of our channels of reflection, and through toolkits, we are we are sure that it is your own kind of reflection and journey. It's not someone else journey. It's not the world's pattern, but really it's you encountering the you inside of you. So the toolkits is one of the channels that will help you. Questions that will help you see where you are currently at in terms of your vision, in terms of your goals in life. Toolkit will allow you to see if you are living within your design, your original design, or not. Is it who you really are or not? So a toolkit will help you, will usher you to that reflection. But by the end of the day, it's still about your encounter, your answers, the truth of your answers, your execution. Because after you are able to encounter who you are and the original design and the creator who made that design for you, then it is a time for you to see if the kind of life that you are living right now is in the approval of the creator. If not, then this is a good time to really start aligning it to that, to the creator's original design. Because only through that alignment, you will be empowered to pursue your mission, to do your calling, and to really embrace the reason of your existence here on earth. And that self encounter process is equal to the transformation that your soul is longing to encounter. So maraming salamat again to our dear viewers and our fellow coaches. If you have any questions with the whole process that we went through, let me know. I am excited and I'm looking forward to hear your thoughts or to work with you so you can be able to really live a life of fulfillment, to live a life of mission, to live a life of purpose, so you can be able to really finally say that this is the kind of life you're willing to fight for, you're willing to to embrace. That is the kind of life that is worth the fight. So maraming salamat. For any questions or for any support that you will be needing, feel free to connect with me. So as we end today's episode, let me invite you to visit our coaching hub, the Cup Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City, just across Capitol, just across Bayanihan Center. So our coaching hub is open physically from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. only, but virtual operations is 24 by 7, and we offer coaching services on demand any time of the day, any day of the week. So please connect with me, Coach Rizal, through 0917-586-1661 for your coaching needs. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next week. Same day, same time. Love, bomb, boom. Thank you. See ya.